Oh boy, okay. It's not even, it's 2:12. 2:12 in the morning. I set my alarm for 3, but now I can't sleep. I woke up at like 1:30, I had to pee, and now I can't sleep. So I'm like, all right, it's 2:15. Might as well just get up and go. I'm not gonna sleep, so let's be productive, right? So here I go. Oh boy! And it's now 3 o'clock. Car's packed, and I'm about to leave. I'm out walking Chewy, so he gets his walk in and poop and all that. But it's really early. Like I said, 3 o'clock. Here we go. We're ready. We're in the car. We got our breakfast, which is really just like Diet Mountain Dew for caffeine purposes. I'll get something to eat later. Chewy's here. Chewy's probably wondering what the crap we're doing up this early. That's okay. All right, we'll check in later. Right, Chewy? Right, buddy? Did you wear my dog?
Well, we pulled out of the driveway at 4:18, and we are actually on our way. So this is sort of the departing video. There is Miss Callie. You all see it. So we're on our way to Maine. It's 63 degrees this morning, a little yucky here as we leave at, like I said, 4:18. So we'll see you soon. Bye. So we're going across the upper deck of the George Washington Bridge. And there's New York City, looking down the river a little bit.
I had to pee so bad. So me and Chewy, we found this little pull-off for emergency pee-pees.
Okay, so the Waze has us on the Merritt Parkway North, heading up toward Hartford. And you can see it's really quite pretty. Even though it's just after 7 o'clock here, we've been on the road for like 3 hours. So it's just now coming up light, not sunshiny yet. You can see that the trees do have color, but you can see that there are a lot of nice, the leaves are turning, and they haven't all faded, and I'm excited about what we might see later. It's a pretty drive on here.
The house that Mom and Dad picked out was perfect. It was right on the water and had a great view of the sunset. There was a staircase that allowed us to go down to the water line and walk out to a little peninsula further down the beach.
Here's our house. It's a beautiful house. It's pretty big, actually, and it's right on the water. And we have this fire pit that's over here to the right, which we used last night, which was great. All right, so let's go into the house. Let's open up and come into the great room. Right? So this is the great room. We've got these nice high ceilings, which is really beautiful. The fireplace is nice, but it's not functional, which is really upsetting. Yeah, it's not upsetting, it's just unfortunate. So we have this big, I think this is an 80-inch TV. It's huge. And then we go into the kitchen, which is really, really nice. And into another kind of sitting room, which is where I've got my diary room set up for, for production purposes. And then we go out onto the deck. And then this is the backyard deck, which is beautiful because, again, we're right on the water. Now, all this yellow stuff that you see down there, that is all covered up when the tide comes in. Like, the tide movements here are outrageously dramatic. The tide, at high tide, the water pretty much comes up to the bottom of the staircase here.
We all woke up on Sunday morning to still waters and a nice blue sky. Things were looking pretty good for our first day in Acadia National Park. We just wanted to get a flavor of the park on the first day, so we headed up to the top of Cadillac Mountain. It was both really windy and really cold on the top, so we had to bundle up to keep from freezing. Once we did a little hike on the top of the mountain, we had to take advantage of the public facilities. After everyone peed, we headed out to Jordan Lake for their traditional popovers. Once we got back to the house, Dad and I took the dogs down to the peninsula during low tide. I'm always amazed by the wild variations in the geography of our country. We've got it all, folks. To cap off the first day in Maine, we decided to build a fire and were introduced to a brand new food group that we had heretofore never experienced.
Tonight, we're having our fire pit. This is the end of the first day. We're having like, I hate to say perfect because in 2020, that's like a curse of death. But we're having a perfect day, really. And we have a fire pit. And the Barths brought what they call a mountain pie maker, which is really a square bifold device that creates sound that you could, yeah, it's like a panini maker, but you put it directly in the coals, which is Bob's doing now. So I just had my first sandwich, which was bread buttered on both sides with 2 slices of American cheese, 3 slices of Black Forest ham, and the thing cooks in like a minute and a half. And it's awesome, I'm telling you. It comes out crispy, not burnt, but brown, and melty in the middle, and warm, and it's unbelievable. I mean, who knew, right? So that was my experience with the mountain pie maker. And
yours was a pure one, but
mine was pure.
I had
Mom
a gourmet.
corrupt.
I did not corrupt anything.
You did so.
I had a gourmet one.
Yeah, right. Corrupted.
Because I had the ham and the cheese, but I put a little bit of oregano, a little bit of pizza sauce.
Which is just wrong.
No, it's not. And a slice of tomato. Actually, homegrown tomato from my own garden.
Well, that's not bad.
And it was awesome. And I gave your father a taste, and what did he say? What did he say?
Bogus. And by the way, we are not faking the warmness. It's cold out here. It's like it's dropping into the 30s. It's cold up here, which is delightful. But it's, this is a perfect end to a perfect day.
Lovely day.
See what it's like.
What's Bob got here?
What do you got, Bob? You want me to come help?
Oh, we're getting good.
Once we all had our mountain pies, we headed inside to help Beth celebrate her birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
Happy birthday to you.
Jeez. What just happened?
Smile, man.
On the morning of our second day, we all got up early to take the dogs out for their morning walks, when we came upon something a bit unexpected.
Just a cemetery, unfenced, unmarked. It's on the driveway, actually. All right, so Bruce and Diana, this is for you. This is one of the gravestones in this little cemetery we found. And it's a James W. McCollum, 1849. Apparently the guy never died. His wife, Lydia B., born in 45, I believe it's 1845. She lived till 1914. But he was a little bit older than she was. He never died. I guess good for him, right? Anyway, this cemetery is just off of the drive that goes down to the house that we're staying in. Just crazy.
And Dad is making the bacon. But he didn't bring home the bacon. He's retired now.
This is Bob's job to make the big breakfast.
And Callie is not leaving his side. Look how pathetic she looks. She keeps thinking she's gonna get something. Chewy, waiting in the wings. And Mom also waiting in the wings for bacon.
Once we had all settled into the house, it was time to start the vacation puzzle. Join us in the next episode when Mom risks her life climbing out on some rocks, and we come across the craziest store in the history of all retail.